Hello student, myself Piyush Mathur from Department of Electrical Engineering, Arya College of Engineering and IT, Kukas, Jaipur. My video lecture is based on subject utilization of electrical power, and today my topic is electrical braking. In previous video lecture we had studied about the number of traction systems used in all over India and all over world. Now in this video lecture we are going to electrical braking. Generally braking are possible two types, mechanical braking and electrical braking. Mechanical braking are possible by the help of brake shoe, clutch and mechanical parts. And now we talk about the electrical braking. Electrical braking generally can be applied to traction vehicle by any one of the following methods: plugging, rheostat braking and regenerative braking. First of all, we talk about the plugging. In this method, generally the electrical motor is reconnected to the supply in such a way that it has to develop a torque in opposite direction to the movement of the rotor. So there are the diagram of during normal run speed and there are the diagram of during braking speed. In normal run speed, DC series motor is directly connected to the supply, and if we want to the braking, there are the resistance plugging and their motor armature terminal is interchange. So there are the develop a torque in opposite direction to the movement of the rotor. So if we compare according the connection diagram of DC shunt motor and DC series motor, so and above diagram is plugging applied to DC shunt motor. The armature and field winding are parallelly connected because the DC shunt motor and it's directly connected to the supply. If we want to the braking, their armature connection is interchanged with the help of resistance. And there are the DC series motor, same as the basic diagram. There are the also resistance connected with braking to develop a necessary torque to oppose the direction of motor. If we talk about the general calculations and formula behind the developing torque, the current flowing through the armature during the normal running condition, we know that the voltage, generally supply voltage is V and back EMF is EB and RA is the resistance, armature resistance. So the current flowing in armature during normal condition in DC motors, V minus EB upon RA, and current flowing through the during braking period, I2 equals to V minus EB upon RA plus R, because the in the diagram resistance are plugging into the circuit, and there are the relation V, so minus minus is plus, so V plus EB upon RA plus R. So there is a RA plus R is denoted by R dash. R dash is V plus EB upon R dash, and we know that the electric braking torque flux into current, so TB is proportional to phi into I2, and put the value of TB. If we remove the proportional sign, there are the constant K1 phi 1 I2 and equals to K1 phi. Put the value of this I2 and this value V plus EB upon R dash. So where the K1 phi is multiply inside the bracket, K1 phi V upon R dash plus K1 phi EB upon R dash. So there is a braking torque equals to K phi V upon R dash plus K1. There are the, we know that the basic formula of back EMF is proportional number of turns into flux. So put the value of there are the phi square n, and because the n is proportional to phi generally, and so we can calculate and common the their constant, put the value of K3 K1 K2, so there are the flux phi equals to phi square. So in this case we know that the motor flux generally developed by the winding is depending on the current flow through it. If we want the motor flux developed, so there are the connection, interchange and resistance putting in the circuit. So the next type of braking is rheostat braking applied to a general DC motor, but this type of connections generally be same according to the plugging, but the difference is by disconnecting the armature from the supply and reconnected it across the external resistance. This is required to dissipate the kinetic energy of all rotating parts, thereby bringing the motor at rest condition. One of the main advantage of rheostat braking is electrical energy is not drawn by the motor during braking period compared to plugging. And the rheostatic braking can be applied both type of motor, if we use DC series motor or AC series motor. So there are the diagram of DC shunt motor. It's directly connected to the supply during normal condition, and there are the diagram braking period. Firstly, we remove the armature terminal, and there are resistance is connected with armature, and again the connection of this circuit. So necessary torque are developed. During the braking period, the armature is connected from the supply and field winding is continuously excited by the supply in the same direction. So the kinetic energy of all rotating part are dissipated in the resistance. Now the machine start working as a generator. Now braking as developed is proportional to the product of the field and armature current, but the shunt motor flux remain constant, so the braking torque is proportional to the armature current. At low speed, braking torque is less, and in order to maintain constant braking torque, the armature is gradually disconnected, hence the armature current remains same, thereby the maintaining by uniform braking torque. If we talk about the DC series motor, uh, in this method there are the normal during process there are the braking period. The resistance are inserted in the circuit, the in armature connection according across a external resistance, generally external resistance, but the generally developing a retarding torque of DC series motor. So in this case of the field and armature winding are connected the resistance acrossly. The result in the production of torque in the same direction. So in order to produce the braking torque, only the direction of current in the armature has to be reversed. So if we want the one or more motor are used, generally one locomotive 3 to 6 motors are generally used. So there are the equalizer connection, there are the three diagram, there are the equalizer connection and field winding acrossly directly connected to the external resistor. So there are the armature, there are the its resistance are interchanged if we want excited by the other field winding. Next type of braking are used regenerative braking. This braking are possible by the help of tap changing transformer. There are the supply in this directly connected to the auto transformer, and there are the tap changing and directly connected to the resistance, and their output directly connected to the transformer. There are the transformers secondary are shorted by the resistance, and two capacitor generally RE1, two reactor RE1 and RE2 are direct. One is connected by the armature of the terminal, and other is the connected of the series of the transformer and motors. So in this method, generally the armature of traction motor is connected to the tap changing transformer through the cored reactor RE1 and RE2 and commutated pole winding C. So there are the commutated pole winding. If we want to oppose the direction and smoothly running, there normally at the time of the starting, the excessive current draw by the electric motor from the main supply causes the effect, so it is necessary to reduce. Firstly, current draw by the traction motor is smooth, so to achieve the smooth acceleration without any jerking and sudden shocks, to prevent damage to coupling, to achieve various speed upon the types of service. So if we control the tap changing supply, we directly connect it to the motor. If when the motor are running on the any slope, their work as a generator, so it's giving the regenerative output to the system. So there are the basic method of traction system. Thank you.